Hello friends, am I audible? So you can write in chat box regarding all your queries, doubts. So today we are not starting with the audio ones. So let us try the chat box wala thing first. So let us continue with our Buddhism. How we can continue is, first I'll give you the overview, because I know in the weekend you all must have forgotten हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा था. So let us start. If we start with Buddhism. So Buddhism started with Lord Buddha, and he gave what? 4 noble truths. तो उन्होंने 4 noble truths हमें दिए. वो कौन से थे? First was दुख, second was दुख समुदय और cause of suffering. आखिर cause क्या है? Then, and from this cause of suffering, we started and we understood that from this cause of suffering, we studied Pratitya Samutpad. Pratitya Samutpad was what? 12 causal links, 12 things that linked the suffering. And from this Pratitya Samutpad, we knew the theory of Anityavad. And then from Anityavad is what? Theory of non-permanence. Nothing is permanent. From Anityavad, we led to Shanikvad. And from Shanikvad, we also understood 2 other theories or 2 other principles of Buddhism. One was Sanatanvad. What was Sanatanvad? Sanatanvad was the theory of flow. Flow in the sense that because all things are momentary, therefore, because they pass on very fast in a sequence, in a flow, that is why we have this perception of identity. We feel ये जो पेन है, we feel जो ये पेन है ये permanent है. क्यों permanent in the sense हमें constantly दिखाई दे रहा है. We are seeing this pen, so it appears that it is continuous, but actually according to Buddha, this is not continuous. This is changing, but because it is changing so fast, it is not appearing to be changing. So जो permanence है वो क्या है? It's just an optical illusion, just an illusion. Because everything is momentary and moments pass really fast. So things appear as continuous and permanent, but they are not. Actually, they are very momentary and temporary. Another thing that we learned was Sanghatvad. What is Sanghatvad? Sanghatvad is the theory of aggregates. What is aggregates? So all the things are made up of small elements, which Buddha called as Anu or Pramanu. And these, so actually Buddha did not support it or did not say anything about matter or neither about soul. His teaching or his preaching was all related to elements, dharma, qualities. But later on, when we tried to interpret Buddha, we interpreted him in a manner whereby people started interpreting कि matter माना था उन्होंने, because he talked about dharma, because he talked about pramana. Now you will be like कि धर्म तो वो होता है जो हम अडॉप्ट करते हैं, कुछ मॉरल टीचिंग्स होती हैं या रिलीजन होता है. नहीं, धर्म इन बुद्धिज्म मीन्स क्वालिटीज. वी विल सी later on, जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, you will see what dharma means in Buddhism. So this is what we have done till now. So Buddhism, 4 noble truths. From second noble truth came Pratitya Samutpad. From Pratitya Samutpad came Anityavad, which is a theory of non-permanence. Because everything is not permanent, therefore it exists only for a moment. So this Shanikvad, which is the theory of momentariness. And from this momentariness, there are 2 logical outcomes. One is Sanatanvad, things exist for a moment, but they appear as permanent. So क्या हो रहा है momentary, लेकिन लग permanent रही है या constant रही है. ये पेन अगर हर moment में change हो रहा है तो हमें ऐसा क्यों दिख रहा है, constant क्यों दिख रहा है? Because there is a flow, because things are changing so fast, therefore Sanatanvad. Then Sanghatvad. Now this thing, this gross object as a pen, or this soul as us, this being, Nam Roop, this body and soul, together this body and soul is known as Nam Roop by Buddha. So this Nam Roop is what? It's nothing but the Sanghat or the aggregation of many things. So objects are aggregation of many qualities, and us, Nam Roop, is the aggregation of 5 skandhas. What are the 5 skandhas? We have seen in the last class. One is Roop. Roop means body. Hold on. Aditya, you are not having any audio. Why? Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, okay, fine. So please, Aditya, check it from your own side. We have done many testings this time. So I'm pretty sure there is nothing wrong from our side. Okay, let us continue. So this नाम रूप क्या है? नाम रूप कुछ नहीं है. Us total. So our body, which is known as roop, then other 4 components. Vedana. Vedana is what? Feelings that we have, our feelings. Then Sangya. Sangya is again nothing very rocket sciencey. Sangya is what we perceive. So हमारे अंदर एक perception की quality है. This is known as Sangya. Then there is Vigyan. What is Vigyan? Vigyan is the consciousness that we have. And last is Sanskar. Sanskars are what? Impressions. So इन चारों को हम क्या बोल देते हैं? बुद्धा क्या बोल देते हैं? नाम. तो जब भी हम कुछ फील करते हैं, परसीव करते हैं, हम कॉन्शियस हैं और इंप्रेशंस भी हमारे हैं. तो ये जो आइडेंटिटी है, ईगो, जिसे हम कहते हैं ईगो, व्हेन मिक्स्ड विद आवर बॉडी becomes नाम रूप. तो मैं क्या हूँ? I am a नाम रूप according to Buddhism. I have a body and I have these four pillars also. I have Vedana, I have feelings, I have Sangya, I have perception, I can think, I have some cognition with me. And third is Vigyan. Vigyan is this consciousness, which is very essential to perceive, to feel, and everything else. And lastly, the sanskar. Sanskars are what? The impressions. To understand sanskar, we have to understand it like a principle. It is not something tangible. आप बोलोगे संस्कार क्या है? दिखते हैं क्या? नहीं दिखते. जैसे फीलिंग्स नहीं दिखती, जैसे आप एक एप्पल देख सकते हो, लेकिन एप्पल की नॉलेज को नहीं देख सकते. You cannot know the knowledge of apple, or you cannot see this. You cannot have the perception of apple. This knowledge जो आपको है वो नहीं दिखती. एप्पल दिखता है, एप्पल की नॉलेज नहीं दिखती. Similarly, sanskars are a kind of a principle which are based on karmas. Somebody did some karmas, they got impressed. एक कर्मा का बैलेंस बन गया जो कि intangible है, दिख नहीं रहा, लेकिन एक कर्मा का बैलेंस बन गया. Now if somebody has cheated someone, or somebody has lied to someone, or someone has stolen something from someone, so वो जो steal किया गया है ना, वो act, वो intention, वो act, it gets recorded intangibly in your karma record. And this is what sanskar is. Sanskar is actually a stock of all the karmas that you have done. Everything you have thought about, everything you have done has have an impression. एक impression बन गया. और वो जो impression है, वो कर्मा का account. Whatever is happening in your life is actually the karma's account. So something good is happening. This means some good karma has fructified. उसने अपने फल दे दिए. आपने किसी की मदद करी, आप मुश्किल में फंसे, किसी ने आपकी मदद कर दी, कर्मों का फल बैलेंस हो गया. So all the good karmas and the bad karmas become a kind of a principle whereby आपके कर्म आपके future को decide करते हैं. आपके past is linked to your present and future. So the things, the environment, the situations, the people helping you or not helping you, all these things are actually a fructification of your past karmas. And the karmas you are doing now will fructify in future. This means sanskar is those blueprints that is very essential for next birth. So all these 5 things aggregately are known as Nam Roop. So if we take up a lot of atoms, small atoms, we take it combined becomes a cross object like pen. Pen क्या है according to Buddha? It is the combination of lot of qualities. बुद्धा ने qualities बोला है, बाद के philosophers ने उसे परमाणु, अणु, atoms ये सब कर दिया. But Buddha said things are made up of innumerable qualities. Lot of qualities are there. And human beings or any living being is made up of 5 sanghats, five elements. What are they? Roop means body, Vedana means feeling, Sangya means perception, Vigyan means consciousness, and Sanskar means impressions of your karmas. All of these together is what is known as human being. Shared screen is so blurred to read anything. Is it so? Is my screen blurred? Fine. I think everything is fine. Please check your connection at your end. Bachcho. All life forms. It applies to all life forms, Beta. All life forms. Ma'am, according to Buddha, Vinod is asking, according to Buddha, there is impermanence of sanskar, Vedana, matter as well, or does it only emphasize on non-matter? Everything is impermanent according to Buddha, except 2 things. One is Akash and second is Nirvan. Only 2 things are permanent according to Buddha, all else is impermanent. We will see Sanskrit karma and what are Sanskrit and Asanskrit things, where Pratitya Samutpar will be applicable or not. We will see. It's all in your notes. Don't worry. And everything is there. So let us continue. Till now it is clear that Buddha has given all the shows to emphasize what? The second thing. From the second noble cause itself, noble truth itself, we have interpreted so much. From second noble truth, it says there is a cause of suffering. एक cause है. Cause है, क्या है वो cause? That everything is related to cause and effect, which means there is Pratitya Samutpad. What is Pratitya Samutpad? Pratitya Samutpad is the 12 causal link wheel, which says that our suffering is linked to 12 other causes which are interlinked. So there is a complete chain of things. And when we understand this chain, we realize that it is us, हमारी ही clinginess है pleasures के लिए. It is our own attachment towards pleasures. It's our own attachment towards life. It's our own attachment towards existing forever, which has been the reason for our bondage. So the moment we understand Pratitya Samutpad, immediately we understand Anityavad. What is Anityavad? Theory of non-permanence. This means everything is not permanent because everything is causal. चीजें cause है, वो effect देती है, गायब हो जाती है. Cause है, effect देती है, गायब हो जाती है. This means everything is anitya or non-permanent, which led us to understand Kshanikvad. Kshanikvad is a theory of momentariness. Things exist only for a moment. कुछ समय के लिए exist करेंगी, गायब हो जाएंगी. और कितने समय के लिए? Moment. And if things exist for a moment, then why do we see them as constant? This has been given solution by 2 other theories, Sanatanvad and Sanghatvad. In Sanghatvad, both material bodies and the thing which is known as soul, according to other schools, have been taken care of. तो उन्होंने इन दोनों चीजों को यहाँ से explain कर दिया. And the moment you say soul is not permanent, वेदांत तो एकदम उनके लिए तो बड़ी एकदम अलग बात हो जाएगी, क्योंकि वेदांत क्या कंसिडर करता है? वेदांत या बाकी सारे इंडियन स्कूल्स एक्सेप्ट चारवाक क्या कंसिडर करते हैं? All schools except Charvak and Buddhism consider soul to be a permanent, eternal thing. What is permanent? Permanent means हमेशा रहेगी आत्मा. Always it will exist. Ajar Amar. This means no birth, no death of Atma. Atma was there, will be there, and always will be there. Atma is something which you cannot kill. Atma doesn't die. Atma cannot be injured. Atma is something which is immortal, permanent. And this immortal, eternal, permanent, absolute soul has been accepted by Vedanta. But here what Buddha is saying? Buddha is saying Atma is not permanent because there is Anityavad applicable. Atma exists only for a moment. Moment means each soul is actually, it's like a moving process. So each soul is a cause for the next soul. Next soul is what? The next you only. So soul in itself is changing. तो जब कोई कार्ट मूव कर रहा होता है, कोई चैरियट मूव कर रहा होता है, तो सब कुछ साथ साथ मूव करता रहता है, क्योंकि वो बहुत तेजी से मूव करता है, इसीलिए हमें ऐसा लगता है कि वो एक है, एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स नॉट द सेम ऑब्जेक्ट, बट देयर आर चेंजेस इन इट. दिस मीन्स दैट सोल इन इटसेल्फ इज अ कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ 5 थिंग्स व्हिच आर रूप, वेदना, संज्ञा, विज्ञान एंड संस्कार. थ्योरी ऑफ परमानेंस, थ्योरी ऑफ क्या लिखा है बच्चे? Anityavad is theory of non-permanence. Anityavad is theory of non-permanence, and Kshanikvad is the theory of momentariness. Okay? Non-permanence. Anitya, nitya मतलब permanent, मतलब non, anityavad मतलब non-permanent. Kshanikvad मतलब something which has kshanik existence or which exists only for a moment. Till here we have done, and let us read the next component, that is the, I think we were here, all of us, Nairatmavad or no soul theory. Fine? Yes, ma'am. So, Nairatmavad, no soul. According to Buddhism, Pratitya Samutpad leads to Anityavad, Anityavad leads to Shanikvad, and Shanikvad is applied to the concept of soul. Then we reach Anatmavad. हम कहाँ पहुंच रहे हैं? अनात्मवाद पे. Now this is a wrong interpretation of Buddha. Very wrong interpretation. बुद्धा ने कभी नहीं बोला कि कोई सोल नहीं है. उन्होंने कहा कोई परमानेंट सोल नहीं है. सोल है. कैसी सोल है? मोमेंटरी सोल है. Because everything is momentary, therefore soul is also momentary. So according to traditional Indian philosophy, traditional Indian philosophy कौन होंगे? कौन लोग हैं traditional Indian philosophy वाले? कैमरा? कैमरा कैसे ऑफ हो गया? Camera is on from my side. Okay. Okay. Maybe some glitch. So all ये ट्रेडिशनल इंडियन फिलोसफीज कौन सी है हमारी? ये चारवाक और बुद्धिज्म को छोड़ के बाकी सब ट्रेडिशनल इंडियन फिलोसफीज ने सोल को कैसा माना है? हाउ दे हैव परसीव्ड सोल. सोल हैज बीन एक्सेप्टेड एज इंडिपेंडेंट. इंडिपेंडेंट मींस सेपरेट फ्रॉम बॉडी. इटर्नल मींस always existing. Permanent, not changing. Permanent, unchanging, and that which is neither born nor dies. But according to Buddhism teaching, there is nothing which is permanent except nirvana. Therefore, on the basis of theory of dependent origination theory matlab pratitya samutpad, soul is also dependent and temporary. There is no permanent self, but there is a combination of 5 skandhas which are responsible for series of mental and bodily processes. Mental and bodily processes. जो भी हमारी बॉडीली प्रोसेसेस है वो रूप में आ जाएंगी, और मेंटल प्रोसेसेस नाम वाले जो 4 कंपोनेंट्स है हमारे उसमें आ जाएंगी. सो थर्ड पॉइंट, बुद्धिज्म रिजेक्ट्स इटर्नल अनचेंजिंग सोल but does not reject the soul as temporary momentary combination of 5 skandhas. Therefore, the name Anatmavad is not right. It should be Anitya Atmavad. Anitya means something which is not permanent, non-permanent. And non-permanent has been interpreted as momentary. Momentary, Atma means soul, Vad means theory. So theory of momentary souls. So आप जब भी, if you have any problem in understanding Hindi words, just break them up. They are very easy. It's just that we have not been accustomed to use them very frequently. Just you break them and you will understand the meaning also, and it is very easy to use them. Now, we also have to understand that this Buddha's concept of soul is very different. It's very unique because no other theory has given soul to be momentary or non-permanent. Charvak has accepted soul to be body itself. We have to understand चारवाक का conception और बुद्धिज्म का conception बहुत अलग है. According to चारवाक, soul means देह आत्मवाद. देह ही आत्मा है. This means body is itself the soul. There is no other separate soul. But Buddha here is accepting momentary soul. There is body. Body means roop. And soul. Soul in itself is a combination of all these things. So this thing that Buddha accepts is momentary soul. On the other hand, Vedanta have accepted permanent soul, eternal soul. So तीन conception हो गए soul के. Soul as permanent eternal thing, pure consciousness, Vedanta. Soul as body itself, Charvak. Soul as momentarily changing thing, Buddha. So Buddha is different from Charvak's conception of soul. As for Charvak, body itself is soul. But for Buddha, soul is momentary, combination of five skandhas. Therefore, it is a middle path between Vedic conception of eternal unchanging soul and Charvak's conception of body as soul. Okay, Siddharth has also written something. Okay, yes, a deeper explanation. Now, fifth point, according to Buddhism, nothing is permanent and everything is momentary. Whether physical, non-physical element, there is soul. Therefore, soul is also changeable and impermanent. Fine. So, ये तो हम लोगों ने ऊपर का conclusion ही है एक तरीके से ये. According to Buddha, when we look towards our mind, we only find streams of ideas or thoughts which are in a continuous flux. ये कहाँ indicate कर रहा है? We have only streams of ideas or thoughts which are in a continuous flux. ये क्या है? Sanatanvad, isn't it? Sanatanvad. There is no permanent self found, but series of successive mental and bodily processes. Sanatanvad, because everything moves in a such high speed, such huge flow that it appears as if it is one, like river. So according to these philosophers, river is one. It appears as one, but is the water one? No, water is continuously changing. Similarly, the soul itself is continuously changing, but it is changing so fast that it appears as if it is one. And in broad sense, जब हम इस निरात्म्यवाद क्या है? जिसे हम अनात्मा. So all these names means the same thing. निरात्म्यवाद, अनात्मवाद, ये सब same चीज है. No soul theory, momentary soul theory. All of these are same thing, means the same thing. It just indicates towards the rejection of Buddha of a permanent soul. Now, this Niratmavad can be interpreted in two manners, which have been told by the Buddha itself. Number one, Pudgal Niratme. What is Pudgal? So, Pudgal in Jainism, जब हमने पढ़ा था, it was related to matter, but here Pudgal means soul. Very clear. We have to be very clear regarding terminology. है ना, ये terminology बड़ा confusion create कर सकती है. So we have to be very clear. Pudgal in Buddhism means soul. Fine. So in Buddhist philosophy, Pudgal refers to individual person, and Pudgal Niratme means there is no eternal or permanent soul. Whereas in Jainism, it has been accepted as matter. Fine. So Pudgal Niratme, कोई भी soul है ही नहीं, वो तो हमने देख ही लिया. Second thing that which this Niratmavad also indicates is Dharma Niratme. What is Dharma Niratme? Dharma, according to Buddha, has been taken in the sense of qualities. Dharma. पानी का धर्म है प्यास बुझाना. A quality that it has, the essential quality. पेन का काम है लिखना, quality. इसका काम है ऐसे लंबा होना, है ना, इसका धर्म है, इसकी क्वालिटी है कि ये ऐसे लंबा होती है, इसको लिखते हैं, इससे ये करते. All the qualities that we have are known as dharma in Buddhism. धर्म के बहुत सारे मीनिंग है. धर्म is a word which can have multiple meanings. One meaning of धर्म that we understand is religion. हम लगता है कि धर्म मतलब religion, है ना, मैं धार्मिक हूँ मतलब मैं religious हूँ. This is one meaning. Second meaning of dharma, which we have studied in Jainism, dharma and adharma. Dharma in Jainism means something which facilitates the movement of anything. तो जो भी movement में facilitation करता है वो क्या होता है? धर्म. And similarly, dharma also means swadharma. Swadharma means my duty, duty for duty sake or morality. अगर आपने धर्म का पालन नहीं किया, you have not fulfilled your duty. Third meaning is duty. And the fourth meaning, which has been taken by the Buddha, fourth meaning, a different meaning. Dharma, according to Buddhism, is qualities. Uh, Anything and everything have qualities, but are these qualities constant? Will Buddha accept some permanent qualities? No. According to Buddha, qualities also change because things change. Therefore, their qualities also change from moment to moment. So Buddha कहते हैं, in Buddhism, dharma is used in the meaning of external material elements. And rather, if we talk very specific qualities of these things, qualities, there is dharma niratma, that is, there is no permanent or eternal element or qualities in the world. कोई चीज permanent नहीं है और उसकी quality भी permanent नहीं है. Clear? So, sequence बिल्कुल फ्लो चार्ट के तरीके से आपको इसको समझना है. प्रकृति समुत्पाद, first 4 noble truths. From second noble truth came prakriti samutpad. From prakriti samutpad came anityavad. From anityavad came shanikvad. From shanikvad came two things, sanatanvad and sambhatvad. And from shanikvad, when applied to soul, came niratmavad. जब हमने उसको सोल पे लगाया तो क्या निकला? निरात्म्यवाद. And from this niratmyavad, we say it is again applicable to mental things or the soul things, pudgal, and dharma means quality. कोई भी चीज हमारे अंदर परमानेंट नहीं है. हमारा कोई धर्म परमानेंट नहीं. धर्म मतलब हमारी कोई क्वालिटीज परमानेंट नहीं है. People are changing with each moment. हर चीज चेंज हो रही है. Sometimes you are happy, the next moment you are sad, the next moment you are inspired, the next moment you feel कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, the next moment you feel angry. All of these are what? You're changing qualities or you're changing dharmas. Your dharma is changing, your qualities are changing continuously. So Niratmyavad, Arushi, is nothing but Shanikvad applied to Atma. So if everything is Shanik, if everything exists for a moment, this means Atma or soul, but whatever we consider as soul, it also exists for a moment. This means there is no permanent soul. So Niratmyavad literally means no soul, but actually बुद्धा ने नो सोल नहीं बोला. ये इंटरप्रिटेशन है जो क्रिटिसाइजर्स थे उनका. दिस इज द क्रिटिसिज्म which has been given against Buddha, but Buddha has not said Niratmavad. Buddha has actually said Anityatmavad. Anityatmavad means that soul is momentary, soul permanent nahi hai. And this no permanent soul has been interpreted as no soul theory. That is why even though we use the word no soul theory, but actually if we truly understand Buddhism, it's not no soul, it's momentary soul theory. And this Niratmyavad again is a big concept. कोई चीज को आत्मा permanent नहीं है. And when we say Atma, Buddha has taken Atma in a very broader sense, and he says, Buddha says that Niratmyavad means two things. First, Pudgal, there is no permanent soul. Secondly, whatever it is always changing. This means जो 5 स्कंद से सोल बनता है, the 5 skandhas which make up the soul, they are also continuously changing. And because they are continuously changing, the dharma or quality of a person is also continuously changing. Can you take any person and say this person will always be good, or this person is always happy, or this person is always angry? No, because why can't we say this? Because dharma niratmi. Even qualities are changing always. These are just two interpretations of the concept of Niratmyavad. Mayank, then we should only use Anityavad. Anityatmavad. Yes, we should use Anityatmavad, but because सारे philosophers ने Niratmyavad बोला था इसको, all of them have earlier talked about this theory as Niratmyavad. So somehow the name of this theory has been Niratmyavad or no soul theory. But it is the wrong interpretation. जैसे ऐसा होता है ना स्कूल्स में किसी लड़के का नाम चिंटू पड़ जाए तो फिर बार बार सब उसको चिंटू चिंटू ही करते रहते हैं. किसी को फर्स्ट भी नाम याद ही नहीं आता कि उसका नाम चिंटू नहीं है, चैतन्य है ना. So something like this. So Literally, it is a wrong thing to say that Buddha's theory is no soul theory, but because this is what literature has written, this is how it has been interpreted, that is why ye name pad gaya. But actual understanding, the true interpretation of Buddhist concept of soul is Anitya Atmavad. Anitya means non-permanent or momentary Atmavad. मैम हम इन कॉन्सेप्ट्स को इंटेलेक्चुअली समझ रहे हैं पर बुद्धा ने ये सब डायरेक्ट परसीव किया हो. यस ऑफ कोर्स, intellectually studying all these concepts is very different and to realize all these concepts is very different. जैसे it feels very simple to say things are momentary. Yes, we know they are existing for momentary, and even science accepts that things are changing, they are momentary, things are changing the states. So if you have to understand it like this, there is a continuous change of state in this. So there are electrons moving, लेकिन हमें पता नहीं चल रहा कि इस पेंसिल में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितनी तेजी से मूव कर रहे हैं, and how many of them are moving and conflicting with each other, we don't know. But definitely this thing, to realize this thing is very different, because the moment you realize it, your attachment to things will decrease. But to study intellectually, it is different, है ना. हमारे अटैचमेंट पढ़ने से कम नहीं होगी, रियलाइज करने से कम होगी. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है कि हमें अभी सिर्फ किस चीज पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना, एग्जाम निकालने पे. और एग्जाम निकालने का मतलब ये है कि वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज कॉन्सेप्ट फर्स्ट इंटेलेक्चुअली एंड देन वी हैव टू राइट देम. दिस इज द फर्स्ट फॉरमोस्ट, है ना. लेट अस फर्स्ट बिकम सिद्धार्थ एंड देन वी विल मूव ऑन टू बिकम बुद्धा. एंड स्पिरिचुअली एनलाइटनमेंट शुड कम फर्स्ट विद द मटीरियल अचीवमेंट्स. बिकॉज आपने कुछ लिया और फिर छोड़ दिया, उसका वैल्यू अलग है ना. तो एटलीस्ट ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको मिल नहीं सकता था, आपने लिया, फिर आपने आपको जो करना है आप कर सकते हैं. सो फर्स्ट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड all of these theories are very good, but you don't have to become too engrossed in them. Ma'am, does Sanghatvad have any connection with soul? Last class we discussed Skandhasvam. Yes, I think you missed the earlier session. So we have started the class with that only. Sanghatvad means that soul is made up of 5 skandhas. And we have discussed those 5 skandhas. Nobel Prize Physics at a second. Okay. Yes. Ma'am, Anityavad is non-permanent other than theory of momentariness of soul. मतलब मुझे क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आया राहुल. But yes, you people have understood. Fine. Let us move forward. Is it okay? तो अब अगर हम देखें, if we try to understand what Buddha said, according to Buddha, everything is non-permanent. This means material world that we see, chairs, tables, walls, food, laptop, phone, all these material things, the material world is actually anitya. Anitya means non-permanent. They are momentary, that means they exist for a moment. And because they exist for a moment, there must be changes within them. And how are they formed? This material objects, how are they formed? They are basically the conglomeration or aggregates of momentary atoms. Mind it, word atoms has not been used by Buddha. Buddha has used the word dharma. Dharma means qualities. Buddha specifically did not say anything about whether matter exists or not. Buddha specifically did not say anything about soul. He always used the word in the sense of momentariness. उन्होंने कभी इसको उस तरीके से नहीं बोला कि जिससे हम ऐसा आइडेंटिफाई कर सकें, because he did not want to create confusion regarding metaphysics and epistemology. लेकिन but when we study, it is our because we study it intellectually again, we classify it into some kind of metaphysics and epistemology. Inevitably, हम वो करते ही करते हैं. तो अणु और जो ये एटम्स वाली थ्योरी है, ये बाद में इंटरप्रिटेशन में आई बुद्धिज्म में, लेकिन yes, it also gives us a understanding. So material atoms are conglomeration aggregates of skandhas of momentary atoms or dharmas. बुद्धा ने क्या बोला? धर्मास, qualities. So a lot of qualities come together. So a lot of qualities. So we are हम तो material नहीं मानेंगे, चलो. A lot of qualities like this. or supposedly, let us take something which is a little less stable, like this paper. So currently, this paper is very sharp, very crisp. ऐसे करके आवाज भी आ रही है. So this is the crispness of this paper. But if we keep this paper for too long, so maybe for 10, 20 years, if we come and see this paper, will it be white? Will it be having the same quality of whiteness? No, it will turn yellow or brown. Will it be crisp? No, it will become soggy. So what this quality is also changing continuously. The quality of a paper is changing continuously, according to Buddha. This means material things, which are aggregate of momentary qualities, are also changing continuously. Similarly, individual like us, who are the sanghat or aggregate of 5 skandhas. What are those 5 skandhas? Roop, Vedana, Sangya, Sanskar, and Vigyan are continuously changing. And what has he compared human soul or human being with? He has compared it with chariot. हमने देखा था chariot वाला example last lecture में. That chariot is what? A combination of axle, wheel, handle, body, etc. And these things come together, we call it chariot. Similarly, according to Buddha, these 5 skandhas come together and we call it नामरूप. नामरूप मतलब हमने पर्सन. तो मेरे अंदर एक संज्ञा है, एक वेदना है, एक संस्कार है, ये सब चीजें हैं, एंड टुगेदर विद दिस बॉडी ना रूप वी कॉल इट तनु. So tanu is nothing. Tanu is nothing but a conglomeration or aggregate of 5 skandhas according to Buddhism. Just as there is no such thing as chariot, but it is just a name given to a combination of wheel, axle, etc. Similarly, there is no separate independent thing as soul, but only a combination of 5 skandhas. और ये वाला reference हमें कहाँ से मिलता है? It comes under a Buddhist teaching of dialogue between King Milinda and Nagsena. So Nagsena was a very famous and very learned Buddhist teacher, and King Milinda was of course इनको King Meander भी बोलते हैं Greek. Was a king of India, and these two were having some conversation. तो जो किंग मिलिंद होते हैं ना, वो बार बार पूछते हैं कि ऐसा कैसे आप कह सकते हैं कि सोल मोमेंट्री होती है. तो वो जो नागसेन है, वो जब आर्ग्यूमेंट्स देते हैं one after another to prove that soul is nothing but a conglomeration or aggregate of 5 skandhas. These are very interesting. If you have time, go to internet and read sometime, so you will understand कि क्या वो है. But you don't have to go that deep. You can just mention Milind Panho, the book where the dialogue between King Milind and Nagsena have been referred. And what is the dialogue about? Dialogue was about the nature of soul, that how the thing which we understand as Tanu, how the thing which we understand, you yourself, आप अपने आप को कुछ समझते होंगे ना, आपका नाम. So what is that? Which is nothing but a conglomeration of 5 skandhas, a body, which is roop, a vigyan, a sanskar, a sangya, and a क्या रह गया? एक चीज रह गई ना, क्या रह गई हमारे बीच में? वेदना, feelings. So these 5 things come together, and this composition we call as tanu, or any other name that you put it. तो ये सब क्या है? ये सिर्फ तनु कुछ नहीं है. According to Buddha, this conglomeration is given a name, and after we die, things go back, go खत्म. सिर्फ हमारी विज्ञान और संस्कार. विज्ञान is it's kind of a consciousness loaded with sanskar goes to the new body, and now it doesn't go to the new body. ये कहना गलत होगा, it goes to the new body. Rather, how Buddha has explained rebirth, very interesting. So उन्होंने permanent soul तो माना नहीं. So if he has not accepted permanent soul, तो वेदांत और बाकी सारी थ्योरीज कैसे एक्सप्लेन करती हैं? हाउ दे एक्सप्लेन देयर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रीबर्थ? अकॉर्डिंग टू देम सोल तो परमानेंट है. वेदांत और बाकी सारी थ्योरीज के अकॉर्डिंग सोल परमानेंट है. सो इफ Ram Prakash dies, the soul of Ram Prakash travels and enters into the body of Shyam Prakash. And if Shyam Prakash also dies, it will travel to go into the body of Raju. So what is this? The souls remain same, but body is changed. So when Gita says शरीर को हम कपड़ों की तरह पहनते हैं, that we wear this body like a cloth, a little more permanent cloth. So clothes are something you change daily, but atma or soul changes the body very frequently, but less, not daily, but yes, in few years, few 100 years it will change. So again, so body is what body is, it's not something which is temporary and which is not important according to Vedantins. So body is like a cloth which is worn by the atma, and atma travels from one body to another, one body to another, and this atma is permanent. This is what Vedant believes. This is not the belief of Buddha, because Buddha has not accepted a permanent soul. So when he has not accepted a permanent soul, how can he accept moving of soul from one body to another? तो उन्होंने क्या accept किया है? उन्होंने कहा when a person dies, everything goes except the sanskar, the impressions. And just as a flame, जैसे एक मोमबत्ती से हम दूसरी मोमबत्ती जला सकते हैं, एक मोमबत्ती से दूसरी मोमबत्ती जला सकते हैं. Similarly, from one lamp we can. Similarly, हमारा rebirth क्या है? हमारा rebirth कुछ नहीं है. यहाँ पे ये एक लैम्प है. Lamp means supposedly one person is existing, and if the person dies, it's just like ये वाला लैम्प इन्होंने जला दिया. कुछ चेंज नहीं हो रहा, सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारे संस्कार ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं. जो लाइट का जो इग्निशन है ना, जो ट्रैवल किया, वो बस संस्कार की तरह से, एक संस्कार हमारे एक तरीके से ऐसे समझिए ना, इम्प्रेशंस, वो ट्रांसफर हो जाते हैं, एंड अ न्यू कॉन्शियसनेस इज बॉर्न लोडेड विद द ओल्ड संस्कार्स. तो जो संस्कार, सोल ट्रैवल नहीं कर रही है, क्योंकि सोल तो क्या है, 5 स्कंधास से मेड है ना. तो उसके अंदर तो हमारा रूप भी होगा. रूप मतलब बॉडी, वो चली जाएगी. So all the 4 elements Buddha has accepted. अभी आएगा आगे. 4 elements Buddha has accepted. Those 4 elements of air, water, earth, and fire will go back to their independent elements. उसके बाद then is this Vigyan. Vigyan is again not traveling. It is igniting the next Vigyan. So this consciousness is the cause of this next new consciousness. So this is Ram Prakash. This is Shyam Prakash. So the soul is not traveling, but a new consciousness of Shyam Prakash is there, which has been ignited, which has been, just as one lamp can be ignited, can be used to ignite another lamp. तो फ्लेम ट्रांसफर थोड़े ना हो जाती है. ये वाली फ्लेम भी रहती है और ये वाली फ्लेम भी रहती है, ये वाली बुझ जाती है. तो ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमने इग्निशन का काम किया है यहाँ पे विज्ञान में. बाकी कॉग्निशन, जो हमारी संज्ञा है और बाकी सारी चीजें हैं, वो सब किसमें ट्रांसलेट हो जाती हैं? संस्कार में. और ये संस्कार क्या है? सिर्फ ब्लूप्रिंट इस कॉन्शियसनेस को के साथ लोडेड हो जाता है. अब ये जो नया कॉन्शियस जो श्याम प्रकाश बना, इसका अपना रूप है, इसका अपना नाम है. नाम मतलब इसकी अपनी फीलिंग्स है, अपनी कॉग्निशन है, अपनी परसेप्शन है, अपनी कॉन्शियसनेस है. और जो संस्कार है ये कैरी फॉरवर्ड है. तो जो संस्कार है, दिस इज हाउ he will get the conditions in his life. And these sanskar is what is known as the initial predisposition. ये हमारा initial predisposition है जो हमें previous birth से मिलता है. So a mother has 5 children, but all the 5 children are very different. Someone may be studious, someone may be very angry, someone may be more, free in the sense, more fun-loving. Someone may be this and that. One may be very angry, one may be very polite. So why the same parents can have such different children? Because their sanskars are different. This also explains the kind of differences we have in society. सबसे मुश्किल कॉन्सेप्ट है ये बुद्धिज्म का. अगर आपको ये समझ में आ गया तो बहुत मजा ही आ जाएगा. Ma'am, is consciousness also temporary? According to Buddha, yes, it is temporary. Soul is continuously evolving. Yes, Vinod, it is continuously evolving. Ma'am, consciousness is temporary. Yes. Does sanskar remain permanent? Sanskar continue till the time there is nirvana, because these are the blueprints which we are carrying forward. और यही बात पे हम बुद्धा को क्रिटिसाइज भी करेंगे. That one at one place he is saying nothing is permanent, but these carry forwarding of sanskar is just like the backdoor entry of eternal soul only ना. आपने eternal soul नहीं कहा, आपने बोल दिया संस्कार ट्रैवल करना, बट कुछ तो ट्रैवल कर ही रहा है. So we will criticize Buddha for that. Then why Shyam Prakash didn't know his previous birth? Yes, there is this theory, Aditya, which according to which when you get a new consciousness, it's like you have to do you are given a clean slate to work upon your karmas. अगर आपको याद रहेगा तो आपकी जो initial attachments हैं वो कभी कम नहीं होंगी. And this new birth which is given to you is to correct your karmas or being repaid with your karmas. बट एक्चुअली में कोई अच्छा एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है. ये सब एक्सप्लेनेशन देने की कोशिश करी गई है. All this explanation has been given by various philosophers, but I could find no good explanation of why we cannot remember our past life. Definitely, if it is like a lesson, if nature wants us to learn our lessons, or if God wants us to learn our lessons, definitely we should be remembering हमने क्या गलत किया, what we have done wrong. But there is no proper explanation. That is why you don't have to think about it. Ma'am, we don't have a memory of past life. How Buddha explains that? Yeah, it's the same question, Atul. Just as we follow ideology, soul, ideology, idealism. Other person, like after watching inspiration, we got soul of that person. Are nine. No. So, I don't know in what sense you are saying. Something will change in yourself, but you will not get the soul of that person. But yes, something will change in your soul. Ma'am, sanskar is just like a record of karma. Yes, a record of karma, tape recorder. All you have done, and according to that, you will get all what you need to get. So positive ke liye positive, negative ke liye negative. By changing the sanskar, yes, we can change sanskar. Supposedly, you have a sanskar of being angry. But if you start reading spiritualism and you become a more peaceful person, what you have done, you have changed your sanskar. And with your change of sanskar, you slowly remove your bad karmas and make them more neutral or positive. तो अगर आप न्यूट्रल हो जाएंगे तो आप स्पिरिचुअलिज्म की तरफ चल जाएंगे, पॉजिटिव हो जाएंगे तो लग्जरी की तरफ चले जाएंगे, as we have discussed. Are skandhas material in nature? No. In skandhas, only roop is material. All the other four are intangible or non-material. By changing the sanskar, the soul's characteristics can be changed. Yes, Vinod. Absolutely. Because already Buddha has said now that soul is continuously changing. It is non-permanent and momentary. Who keeps the account of sanskar and karma? According to Buddha, it is a natural phenomenon. Just as nobody has created gravity, nobody is actually pulling something down. It is the nature of gravity to pull things down. Similarly, according to Buddha, karma works on an eternal principle. Karma अपने आप काम करते हैं, उन्हें किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. There is no one who is running karma. But when we will study Vedanta or when we will study other schools, there they will have the concept of God, where God is the operator of karma. Operator of karma means it is God who puts things in right and bad, wrong karma. So they have accepted God on the basis that कोई तो decide करता होगा ना अच्छा कर्म क्या बुरा कर्म क्या है, what is the right कर्म, what is the bad कर्म. But Buddhism has not accepted such things. According to Buddhism, karma theory works independently, automatically, and autonomously. It does not require any such operator. Fine. Hold on, बच्चों, एक second. Hold on. मम्मी 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 हाँ मैं क्लास ले रहा हूँ बेटा oh you people can see him oh say hello to everyone say hello to everyone
मैं स्कूल की कर रहा है
hold on बच्चों एक second बच्चों I'm really sorry actually ना my baby is a little unwell so just we will hello friends yes so my baby is a little unwell so let us continue tomorrow is it okay with you all okay we will continue tomorrow and just say bye to everyone चलो bye कर दो सबको bye कर दो कल लेंगे क्लास bye bye भैया bye दीदी bye अच्छा मतलब मेरी तबीयत खराब था ना इसलिए मैं डिस्टर्ब कर रहा हूँ आप सबको
तो मैं उल्टी कर रही हूँ सारा का देखो ना तो मस्ती
okay बच्चों bye बेटा I'll leave the meeting and we will continue tomorrow